Hi, my name is Brandon DeBoer. I'm the Global Product Manager of Large Area Visual at League Technologies. And today I'm going to be talking about the basic settings for taking quality pictures on the Everest Zoom HD. So let's go to the next slide right here. And we're going to talk today about the settings, the adaptive pan and tilt speed, the digital zoom, image stabilization, adjusting the focus, annotations, and then saving positions. So let's get into it, and let's transfer the screen to my screen on the pendant here. And this image is live. And let's go over to one of the save positions that I have. So you can save up to 6 positions, and I'll talk a little bit more about this in a minute. But first thing I wanted to highlight is talking about the adaptive pan and tilt speed. So what does this mean for the user? So this means that when you are zoomed all the way in and say you adjust it from side to side a little bit, it doesn't go super quickly when you're adjusting side to side. Now, if I were to go back and turn that setting off, I adjust a little bit and adjust a lot. And so what we're doing here is scaling the pan and tilting based on how much you are zoomed in. The next setting we have here is digital zoom. So some people only want to use the optical zoom on the camera. We have 30 times optical zoom, far more than any GoPro or any drone that you're going to get in the market. And what that allows you to do is to not have any image loss, and you're not, blowing up the image to see something. You're just looking at what's actually there, and you're not stretching pixels. But say you want to zoom in more and you're okay with maybe stretching some pixels. That's what enabling the digital zoom allows you to do. So with digital zoom enabled, now I can zoom in 360 times to look at things. And as you can see, it's a little bit pixely, and that's because what we're doing is taking this full HD image and stretching a little bit so that it gives the illusion that you're zooming in. And that's what a lot of our competitors do, is they just take that image and they stretch it a little bit, but we have the benefit of having both options for our users. So let's go back to the digital zoom so that we can have the highest quality picture there. The next feature I want to talk about is image stabilization. So what that is it's something that I like to enable if I'm going to be taking a video instead of a picture. So it slows down the pan and tilt speed a little bit. And let's go back to the chart, and makes it a much smoother pan and tilt for a video. Now, if you don't want to take a video and you just want to take pictures, I recommend taking that off, because you'll be able to pan and tilt and find what you need to take pictures of a lot quicker. The next setting I wanted to highlight here is our focus. So what I just did up there was, on that top part of the bar, is turn off our autofocus. And so now I can adjust the focus myself here. And then let's say I am adjusting my focus, and we're almost at that situation here where I'm kind of in between two different focus jump points, where Here it's blurry. Here it's kind of blurry, but kind of okay. And here it's super blurry again. So what I can do is put it where it's closest to where it needs to be, and then go over here to the manual focus control towards the bottom and select continuous. And what that's going to do is, instead of having these larger jumps, it's going to make them much smaller and allow you to really dial in the focus. So like that. So then it looks much better. Now, this is something that you can do if the autofocus isn't quite focusing in right, or not capturing something. And sometimes there's an object in front of what you're looking at and you want to focus past it. Doing this manual focus will allow you to look past that. The next thing I wanted to talk about is our annotations. And quickly before that, on the back of every pendant is this attached pen, and it's something I like to use when annotating. So at the bottom bar here, there's this pen. Take the pen, and what that does is it freezes the image and puts it into annotation mode. And that'll allow you to add all kinds of different annotations to the image. So let's say we wanted to add a square. Square pops up on the screen. We can resize it. We can rotate it, and we can move it around. So let's say we wanted to circle this real quick. And let's say we wanted to add an arrow. We'll quickly add an arrow right there. And let's say we want to add a text. We can say that this is number 1. Close and hit enter. And close out of the, and then we can drag that around too. And now if I wanted to capture this, all I have to do is hit this photo button on the pendant. It'll pop up with the save screen. It's just like any other Windows machine where you can make folders, save images, or whatever. And so I just save it right to this folder that I made for the webinar, and I'm good to go. Now if I want to get rid of all this on the screen, I just simply click this cycle back button, and it says, do you want to remove all the annotation items? And yes, I do. And then to get out of this, I just simply hit the pen again, and it takes away all those annotation things. And then I'm free to move around and look at different things. One of the last things I wanted to talk about in terms of settings and helping people take better pictures is saving position points. So sometimes you have the camera maybe mounted somewhere and you want to go back to certain positions. We allow the user to save 6 different positions, and you get to rename them and go back to them whenever you want to. So for example, that first position I was in was the case, and it's right there. And that's a saved position that I can go back to. It saves the pan, tilt, zoom position as well, or it saves all 3 of those things for the user. So let's save a position right here and go to this chart. I will zoom in quick. So we're at the maximum optical zoom level. and I will save this. So I go over to position 3, I click the save button right there. Sometimes I need my pen to help get in there. And then if I wanted to edit the label, I can simply open up or click the edit button, open up the keyboard and change what it is. So I will back. Interesting. But you can change it. I will go back to the chart here. So you can see how it easily helps you navigate to the positions that you were at, right? Now if I want to go back to that position that I just saved, I can do that, boom, right there. Or if I want to go back to the case, it's all really easy to navigate through all those positions. So I hope you enjoyed my webinar on all these different settings and how you can make the most out of your camera. I do want to mention that we have a free trial program available right now. If you go to our website, waygate.tech.com/Kazoom, you can sign up for the free trial. At this time, I can take any questions. Otherwise, thank you for attending this webinar.